Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I've got an interesting video for you today. I have another Olight flashlight review for you. This is model M2R Warrior. This is a very cool flashlight. I took it out of the package. I spent the last few days working with this flashlight, and I'm gonna tell you that this is very quickly becoming one of my favorite flashlights that I've reviewed in quite some time. Let me go ahead and talk a little bit about this flashlight. This is a rechargeable dual switch tactical LED flashlight. 208 meters of throw. The total run time on this flashlight is 25 days, and it's running on an XHP 35 LED. This is a 1500 lumen flashlight, very bright, very tactical, and it includes an 18650 high capacity battery as well. The applications that this is generally designed for would be police or military type operations, hunting operations, self-defense, or to be used around the house at home. I'm very excited about this flashlight. Now on the side here it says that there is a 5-year warranty promise, and there's a little bit of information, you know, on the Olight if you wanted to scan that. Now I'm going to read the back briefly. The M2R is our brand new rechargeable dual switch tactical LED flashlight. The light is equipped with the latest XHP 35 HD LED, powered by a high discharging rate 18650 with an output range of 1 to 1500 lumens. The M2R features a quiet tail switch matching the requirement of tactical applications. Through the tail switch, the light can be directly charged by our signature magnetic USB charging cable. The side switch has a similar operation interface as the Olight S series flashlights, and the tail switch has either the conventional tactical functions or the enhanced tactical operations of directly accessing to strobe. With its slim head, lanyard hole, and bidirectional pocket clip, the M2R is the perfect tactical light to carry with you on any adventure. Now, the price point that Olight is pushing for this flashlight is around $100, and I'm going to tell you that in my opinion, it's well worth it. It's a very cool flashlight. It has a ton of features. Now, I know that I'm talking fast because I'm trying to get this video done. I shot this video, this exact unboxing video, a few days ago, but it was too long-winded, so that's why I'm talking fast here. Now, features. Some of these things that I'm going to read right now, I will be repeating, but I'm going to say them anyway. So, features: durable metal tail switch, design making the M2R rechargeable directly from the switch with the Olight signature USB magnetic charging cable. The tail cap uses a quiet tack switch, and the side button is pronounced. It has a little bump on it. I'll explain that here in a minute. For ease of use and dark in tactical situations. It only takes a single press of the tail cap to access the 1 to 1500 lumen strobe or turbo modes for high stress situations. Comes with a high capacity and high discharge 3500 milliamp hour 18650 lithium ion rechargeable battery. That supports up to 1 to 1500 lumens with long run times. Compatible with all 18650 batteries with a discharge current of over 6 amp and protection board. And the Olight micro dock. Okay, now that 6 amp thing, I'll get to that again here later. Slim head design, detachable pocket clip for both carry directions, and lanyard hole for an enhanced and comfortable user experience. The flashlight can be turned on or off from either the side or the tail switch, making it adaptable to different operational habits. So you have the first operation mode, which is Moonlight Mode. and this will last for 25 days. Now most flashlights, Moonlight Mode is half of a lumen. On this flashlight they bumped that up to 1 lumen, and they're still getting 25 days out of it, so that's pretty cool. The second mode of operation is low, which is 15 lumens, and that'll operate for 70 hours. So 25, 50, 75 hours would be 3 days. So that's a long run time for low. Medium, there are 2 mediums. Okay, so you got medium 2, which is the low medium, and then your medium 1 is the high medium. So medium 2 is 60 lumens for 20 hours of operation. Then we go up to medium 1, which is 250 lumens. This will last 6 hours and 15 minutes. Then we have high of 700 lumens, and it'll operate for 2 hours. Now there's 2 different turbos. There is a 1000 lumen turbo mode, and that'll operate for 3 minutes, and then it'll scale down to 700 lumens, and then it'll operate for another 120 minutes. Then you have the second turbo option, which is 1500 lumens for 3 minutes, and then it'll scale down to 700 lumens for an additional 120 minutes. Now this is an IPX8 waterproof flashlight, so it can go directly underwater for 30 minutes and take it out of the water and it'll be fine. It's not water resistant, it is waterproof. So you can swim with this light, you can snorkel with this light in water up to, like I said, what is it, 2 meters deep, and up to 30 minutes. So that's pretty cool. It's also impact resistant up to 1.5 meters, so that's 4.9 feet. The Candela rating on this flashlight is 10,880. And let's talk about the dimensions. It's 5.1 inches long by 1 inch in diameter. And if you want to talk about metrics, it's 130 millimeters by 25.4 millimeters. Now the weight, it weighs 5.47 ounces. Or 155 grams, that includes the battery, and without the battery it's 3.7 ounces or 105 grams. Now that is pretty crazy, all that information. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. They package this thing really nice. So we just pull and slide this baby out just like that. So there's nothing left in the box other than the owner's manual, which we'll get to in a little bit. So please feel free to pause right here if you want to take a longer look at these ratings. Now this 1000 lumen or 1500 lumen turbo is determined by the type of battery that you have in the flashlight. So using the battery that comes with the flashlight, let's forget about this column right here and just go to the high turbo of 1500 lumens. If your battery is less than 6 amps capable, maybe if you have something like a different manufactured 18650, then your turbo will be at 1000 lumens instead of 1500. So you have to have that really nice above 6 amp 18650 to get this high 1500 lumen rating, and that's what comes with the flashlights. You get one or the other. I know that could be a little bit misleading. Okay, so when you see the package, the first thing you see right here says congratulations on your new Olight M2R. Before the first use, unscrew the tail cap and take off the insulating film right there. If you are using this light for self-defense or need quick access to strobe mode or for a better tactical experience, switch to the enhanced tactical operation mode before use. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. It's very simple to do. There's 2 methods. Just forget about what this says right now. I'll show you that. Now it says please charge it fully before use. I've already done that because I've been playing with it. Pull that up. Now you have a little flyer from Olight. This talks about the flashlight here, the M2R Warrior. That's the one that I'm reviewing right now. And here are some other flashlights, the H1R Nova, H2R Nova, S1R Baton. I really like that one. And the S30R Baton. That one's really cool. That one has a Moonlight Mode of 100 days.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. And the R50 Pro Seeker, that is an amazing flashlight as well. I have that one. Really good flashlight. So there's a little information on those. And let's take a look at the flashlight. Remember what it said? It said we have to pull the tail cap switch off and take off that insulating film. So we're going to do that. So we're going to unscrew right here. And we're going to see a little yellow piece of plastic. We're just going to pull that out. Okay. I'm going to set that back in there. And here's a look at the battery that comes with the flashlight. Now, one thing that I'll note is this is a standard 18650 battery. It's not a proprietary Olight battery. So you could use any 18650 battery and it'll work very well with this flashlight. Now you see 12.6 watt hours. This is operating at 3500 milliamp hours, and this is a high capacity battery. So we're above the 6 amp thing. See, this is 10 amp right here by my thumb. HDC 10 amp high discharge current. If it was less than 6, remember the turbo is only going to be 1000. Now, one thing I want to make note of, look right there. There's a battery indicator. And you notice that it's telling us to put the positive up like this. Most flashlights, the positive goes in like this, okay? But on this one it's different. You got to put the negative in and the positive out. Now you can see that there's a tube inside. This little tube. This helps add more durability to the flashlight. So there, the battery goes like that. Here is a look at the tail cap itself. This is where the magnetic charger connects, and you have 2 positions, and it doesn't click, it's silent. You have half press and full press. Half press is momentary, and full press will be either on or strobe depending on what mode the flashlight is in. You can see that there's an O-ring right here for that IPX8 waterproofness. The belt clip is super cool because you can use the belt clip in either fashion. So you could stick this down like this and it has pretty good retention, or you can stick it down like this. And the belt clip is removable, so if you wanted to orient it on this side you could. So that's a look at the flashlight. It's a beautiful flashlight, laser engraved. There's the side switch, and if you look right there, you see that it's a little bit of a bump. It's a little bit recessed. So when you're feeling for it, you can really feel that texture right there. You've got the nice heat deflectors, so when this thing gets hot, it will definitely deflect that heat. M2R, and this is the Warrior. You've got a nice blue bezel ring. The lens is glass. You've got an orange pill design inside. It's just a very nice flashlight. Very cool. You have some things that you'll need for the flashlight. First thing that you'll see is the pouch. Now, I'm going to tell you that in my opinion, they really upped their game on this pouch this time. You've got a nice D-ring here. You've got a MOLLE type attachment, so you can undo that, plug that through your MOLLE on your backpack and button that back. Okay, so that's one option of hanging this, you know, like to a backpack or something. The next option is right here. Look at that. You slide your belt through like a normal pouch and you could attach it to your belt. Okay. Now this pouch has a very nice slide release buckle system. Very cool. There's a drainage hole on the bottom if you get water in there, and this slide release just clips right into place. Very solid, very secure. Okay, inside we have the included magnetic charging USB cable. Okay, signature from Olight. Right here you'll see this clear plastic or rubber. When you connect this to the flashlight, that will turn red, and while it's charging, and then when it's fully charged, or if it's on standby, it'll be green. Okay, we'll talk about that a little more here in a minute. And also inside there's one more thing, and that is a lanyard. Now, I'm not gonna get too crazy about the lanyard, but one thing I do want to make note of is they put a lot of attention to detail in this lanyard. It's a lot thicker than the old ones. It's got this nice little button here that you can move up and down, and right here they include a small little pin, because look at that, it's a small hole to get it threaded through, so they include that so you can easily attach the lanyard to the flashlight. So I thought that that little attention to detail that they did right there, I thought that that was very cool. So you just slide that baby through, make like a lark's head or a lark's foot type knot, and then now your lanyard would be secured and you could take that metal piece off if you wanted to. Charge the flashlight before use. Connect the USB to the magnetic charging cable to an external USB power source, and USB power source not included in the package. Users can charge it from any USB powered source such as a computer or wall adapter. Okay, now you can also charge it with a solar panel in your vehicle, stuff like that. And it says, and attach the other end to the tail cap of the flashlight. The indicator will glow red when it's charging and will glow green when it's fully charged or on standby. Okay, so let's take a look and see what that looks like. Let's take this off. So I've got my little USB thing over here. They give you this little protective cap here. So what I have here is I've got this. You notice it's green. So this is what I really like, is it just springs right into place. Look at that. And then it turns red. Hopefully you can see that in the video. Turns red. And I'll let that sit. Okay, but the question always gets brought up in reference to when you're charging, and that is, can the flashlight still operate when you're on charging mode? And the owner's manual, as far as I can tell, it doesn't say anything, it doesn't mention anything about this. So let's go ahead and find out. You can see that it's still charging there, the little red indicator. Let's start by trying Moonlight Mode. I'm going to push and hold and see what happens here. There's Moonlight Mode. So we know that that works. Now, when I do this, I don't know how safe it is for the flashlight. So I'm kind of doing this at my own risk. Let's go ahead and cycle through and see what happens. I'm going to press and hold. So we'll try for low, medium 2, medium 1, and then high. Let's see if we can get those settings. That looks like low, medium, medium, high. Low, medium, medium, high. From here you can get a view of the indicator. You can see that it is green now, right there. That's telling us that the battery is fully charged. So this flashlight is fully charged. If you look at the lens here is made out of glass, and I really like that. I'm looking at the PL Mini, and I'm looking at two different chargers. One charger is for the PL Mini and one is for this flashlight. Now the magnetic back on this flashlight, if you have the correct charger, which would be this one right here, you'll notice that the magnet will find it. Okay, no problem, the magnet will find it. And even though it looks identical to the charger that we will use on the PL Mini, it is not the same. So here is the PL Mini charger. Look at that, it doesn't want to stick. In fact, it repels. Look at that, it just repels from the flashlight. So, and to tell, it'll say special. So this is the charger for the PL Mini. Look at that, it goes right into place. But again, it's not gonna work on this flashlight. It just repels away. It just pushes itself away. Doesn't want nothing to do with it. And vice versa. So if you have the charger that works with the M2R, no problem. But then when you try to introduce it to the PL Mini, look at that, it repels. And again, to note the difference, the one that is on the left says special. The special charger goes for the PL Mini. Even though they look identical, they are not the same. If you are using this light for self-defense or need quick access to strobe mode for a better tactical experience, switch to the enhanced tactical operation mode. before use. Okay, again, I'll talk about how to do that. Single click the side switch to turn the light on or off. When the light is turned on, again, it will return to the previously memorized mode. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to push this button. Boom. Flashlight is on. Now, push it again. Flashlight is off. Okay. Let's go to the next section here. When the flashlight is on, press and hold the side switch and it will starting from the present brightness level, it'll automatically cycle through low, medium 2, medium 1, and high mode. The mode is selected when the side switch has been released. Please note that Moonlight and Turbo are not in the automatic cycle. Okay, so let's take a look and see how that works. So if I push the button, the flashlight turns on. If I push and hold, it'll cycle through. Low, medium, medium, high. Low, medium, medium, high. Push it and it turns it off. Now if I turn it back on, it will come back to the last setting that it was on. So in our case, it'll come back to 700 lumens or high. Boom. If I want to go back down to low, I push and hold. Boom. Down to low. And now, again, the memory. Whoops, let's go back to low. Whoops. There's low. Okay. If I turn it off and I come back on, it's to low. Okay. Now it says Moonlight Mode. Moonlight Mode. When the flashlight is off, press and hold the side switch for over 1 second to access the Moonlight Mode. If the memorized mode is Moonlight, simply click the switch to access it. Okay, so we're going to push and hold. Boom. There's Moonlight Mode, 1 lumen for 25 days. Now if we turn it off, turn it back on, look at that. It remembers Moonlight Mode. Most flashlights don't do that. So that's pretty cool. Let's move forward. Direct access to Turbo Mode. Quickly double click the side switch to access High Mode. Double click the side switch again to enter Turbo. Turbo will automatically be switched to high in 3 minutes. Okay, so it'll scale itself down to prevent heat to the circuitry of the flashlight. So let's go 1, 2, there's high, 1, 2, turbo. Now on this camera, it's probably hard to tell the difference. Let's turn this baby on. Low, medium, medium, high. That's high. Let me double click. That's turbo. It's hard to tell the difference. You also have a strobe function. Okay, let's talk about that. It's a triple click basically. Quickly triple click the side switch to enter the strobe mode. To quit this mode, single click or press and hold the side switch. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3. There's strobe. 1, 1, 2, 3, or press and hold. Okay, let's leave it on low. So now it's talking about lockout mode or unlock. This is very simple. It's basically when you're going to Moonlight mode, you just keep holding it down and the moonlight will turn off, then you're locked. So I'll read this anyway. It says when the flashlight is off, press and hold the side switch for about 2 seconds to access the button's lockout mode. The flashlight will enter Moonlight mode first and then will switch off to signal lockout mode. Under the lockout mode, press and hold the side switch for less than 1 second, and the red indicator below the side switch will be on for 2 seconds to signal that the light is in lockout mode. To unlock it, keep holding the side switch for over 1 second until Moonlight mode is on again. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to push and hold, but this time we're going to keep holding past Moonlight. Okay, there's Moonlight, keep holding, there it is. Now we're locked out. Now if I push this, you're going to see the little red indicator. It's telling me that the light is locked out and I'm not getting any light out of it. See that? So now to get the thing unlocked, again, push and hold. There we go. As soon as you see Moonlight, you're unlocked. So that's a pretty cool feature. Let's talk about the tail cap switch. It says the tail switch features are either standard or enhanced tactical operation modes. Soft press. Turbo mode is activated for momentary on. And if you're in standard mode, you're going to get turbo of 1000 lumens. And if you're enhanced tactical, the turbo is going to be 1500 lumens. So that's a half press back here. There's momentary. Okay. Now when I push a deep press, it'll stay on. And we're in standard mode, and this is 1000 lumens right now. Okay. Let's go to deep press, standard, constant on turbo mode. Okay, so if we're in standard mode, it's going to be constant on turbo, which I just showed you. When we switch to enhanced tactical mode, it'll be momentary strobe mode. Okay, now there's two methods that you can use to switch between modes. Okay, again, standard mode or enhanced tactical mode. So method number one is deep press the tail switch and hold it while clicking the side switch at the same time to shift between turbo for constant on standard mode and momentary strobe or enhanced tactical mode. Release the tail switch to stay in the setting that you choose. That's the first method. Now, it sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. So what we're going to do is we're going to half press, deep press. Okay, and while we're holding the deep press, we're going to come right here and push this button. And I'm still holding this deep press. Now what you're going to see is you're going to see the light strobe. When you see that, we have just reprogrammed the tail cap switch to be in the enhanced tactical mode. So now a half press is going to be 1500 turbo momentary, and the full press is going to be strobe, and both of those are momentary. Okay, so you got 1500 tactical turbo mode and then strobe, and that's in tactical mode. Okay, now to switch it back to standard, you push deep press and then you push this. Okay, now we're back to 1000 lumen momentary with the half press, and a full press locks it into 1000 lumens because we're 1000 lumens because we're in the standard mode. Now the second method is pretty simple too. When the flashlight is on, press and hold the side switch to cycle through low, medium, and high. After it cycles 3 times, it will then cycle between turbo, standard mode, and strobe mode, which is enhanced tactical mode. So then when you see the setting that you want, or the mode rather, you release the side switch to stay on the setting you choose. Okay? And then it says note right here, if the battery used is not at least 6 amp, it will not support the 1500 turbo mode. If the tail switch has been set to enhanced tactical mode, the flashlight cannot be turned on via the tail switch. If this happens, to activate the tail switch, press and hold the side switch to set it back to the standard mode. So they're basically saying follow method number 2. Okay, so this is method number 2. We're going to turn it on. We're going to push and hold. Low, medium, medium, high. Low, medium, medium, high. Now here's a third one coming up. High. Now, strobe, turbo. Strobe, turbo. Strobe, let's let go during strobe. Turn it off. Now we program this through the second method of making this tail cap the enhanced tactical mode. Half press is 1500 lumens, full press is strobe, and both of those are momentary. Okay, now if we want to change it back to standard mode, we can deep press and push the side switch. That's the first method, or we can go back to using the second method. Again, turn it on, cycle through 3 times. There's 1, here's 2, here's 3. So when we get there, when we get to the turbo, we let it up on turbo mode, turn the flashlight off. Now let's check the tail cap. Half press, 1000 lumens, full press locks it in, 1000 lumens. So there's a lot of features that this flashlight can do. Very, very advanced flashlight. As far as the owner's manual is concerned, that's really all there is to it. Okay, now it's time to test the impact resistance of the flashlight, and I'm also going to test the waterproofness. So let's go ahead and go to turbo, and it says that we can drop this thing from 4.9 feet, which is pretty high, so let's go up a little more. Let's go up about to there. So I'm generally going to do it about hip high. I hate doing this section of the test. I don't like dropping a perfectly good flashlight. Let's see if we're going through the mode still. Yep, let's try Moonlight. Moonlight is on. You can barely see it. Let's try the tail cap switch. Half press, full press. Try the other mode. Half press, strobe. So everything's working. Put it in the water, take it out of the water. It dies when it comes out of the water. Why does it do that? Why does it die when it comes out of the water? Let's go cycle through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. Let's try Moonlight Mode. Moonlight Mode is on. Let's triple click for strobe. Yep. Let's try the tail cap switch now. Half press, full press, that's the first mode. Let's switch to the second mode. Half press, full press. Looks like that works too. Let's go back to the standard mode. And let's try that tail cap one more time. Half press, full press. Good. In the water, out of the water. Dies when it comes out of the water. That is so crazy. Let's go straight to triple click. Okay, that worked. Let's turn it on. There we go, we're on Moonlight. Low, medium, high, turbo. Low, medium, high. So it's cycling through all the functions. I just don't know why it dies when I pull it out of the water. If I'm going to have a flashlight and they want to call it tactical, it needs to be staying on when I pull it out of the water, as well as when it goes in the water. That's just my opinion. Now it's doing just fine. Right now I'm looking at the side of my refrigerator, and I'm also looking at the tail cap of the flashlight. Now, one thing that I want to talk about is that the fact of this tail cap being magnetic. So if you wanted to turn the light on and click it to something metal, the flashlight will stay put for the most part, but the magnet is not like super strong. So it's, if they could put a stronger magnet on there, I think it would hold up a lot better, because sometimes it does tend to fall and things like that. You have to kind of hold it, and then it will hold the weight, but it takes a little effort. But it's kind of neat because you can use that to hold your light when you want to look at things. Okay, let's take a look at this light. Right now I have it on the first setting. This is Moonlight Mode. This is 1 lumen, and this will last for 25 days. So you can see the light just barely shining on the ground down there. If I move my hand into the picture, you can see clearly what's going on. This is 1 lumen. Again, this is 25 days. That's a long time to operate on such a small amount of light. Here's the package. You can kind of read the text and stuff like that. So again, that's 1 lumen. Now let's move it up to the next setting. The next setting will be low. This will be 15 lumens. Okay, so let me get there. Just bear with me here. This is low. Again, 15 lumens. This will run for 70 hours or 2.9 days, so just short of 3 days. That's a significant amount of light. That's low, which is pretty impressive. That's a pretty impressive amount of light. You can even see off in the distance. It's not too bad of a setting. Now if we go to medium 2, which is the low medium, this is 60 lumens, and this will last for 20 hours, so almost 1 day. Medium 2. If we bump it up to the next setting of medium 1, oops, let's go. Let me get to the right setting here, bear with me. Okay, this is 250 lumens. This will last for 375 minutes or 6.25 hours. And this is, again, this is medium 1. That's a significant amount of light. Let's go to the next one, which is high, 700 lumens. This is 700 lumens, 120 minutes of runtime, or 2 hours. That's a significant amount of light. You can see very clearly what's going on. The last setting that we have is turbo, right there, and you will see that for 3 minutes, and then it'll scale itself down to prevent overheating and last an additional 110 minutes, so 1.83 hours on this setting. That's turbo. So if you do the deep press, the flashlight's on standard mode, the turbo that we're looking at is approximately 1,000 lumens. Now if I change the mode, let me come back here, bear with me just 1 second. Let's change modes. You're going to see a little strobe here in a second. Okay, so now we are at the full brightness, 1500 lumens. Again, 3 minutes and then 110 more minutes. If I push the rest of the way on the tail cap, we'll go to our strobe. That is very bright, very disorienting. Our attacker would have a hard time dealing with this amount of light.
Well folks, I want to say thank you for stopping by today and checking out this video on this Olight Model M2R Warrior. I had a good time doing this video. It was a lot of fun. This flashlight has a lot of function to it. I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave comments down below, like this video, share this video, and as always, if you like the type of content that you see on my channel, please hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you'll be alerted when I update new content to my channel. And until next time, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. If you're watching this video before July 30th, 2018, please check the description box down below, because on July 30th, Olight is doing a Members Day sale, and they will be selling this flashlight, this model, at a discounted price. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.